Hello, Judge.
Yes, sir.
Is Mickey here in the meeting too?
Mickey is on the meeting. Yes, sir. So we have all four commissioners. We're going to go ahead and get started here.
Who else is in the room with you?
In the room, the treasurer is sitting on the far back corner, and I've got my door shut, and there's no one else in the room.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started here. I'm going to read this declaration to get it into the record. Declaration of local disaster for public health emergency. Whereas beginning in December 2019, a novel coronavirus, now designated as COVID-19, was detected in mainland China and has been spread throughout the world. Whereas the World Health Organization declared COVID-19 a worldwide pandemic on March 11th, 2020. Whereas extraordinary measures must be taken to contain COVID-19 and prevent its spread through Goliad County, Texas. And now, therefore, it be proclaimed by the county judge of Goliad, Texas, that a state of disaster is declared in Goliad County, Texas, pursuant to Section 418.102 of the Texas Government Code, that the county emergency management plan has been implemented, that this state of disaster shall continue for a period of not more than 7 days of the date, unless the same is continued by consent of the Commissioner's Court of Goliad County, Texas. That the proclamation shall take effect from and after its issuance, ordered March 17th, 2020. So what we need to do is to have the Commissioner's Court approve the declaration of health emergency, and it will continue for an unprescribed length of time until the governor decides that it's not necessary anymore. So if you have any questions, you can ask the questions. If you don't, then I'll ask for a motion to approve it and a second, and then we'll do a vote by voice. Any questions?
So, are we going to meet after this, or what?
David?
What's the next step?
The next step is you go on about your normal business. No, this is the meeting today. This is the only thing that's on. I thought we spelled it out in the emails and press release, or the emails that we sent you.
It said for the public and the media. It didn't say that we were going to meet out here in the parking lot. So.
No, I didn't ask, David.
I thought it said we're going to meet in the big courtroom. That's what I saw at one point.
There is an order against public gatherings in the state of Texas.
Right.
There's an order against that. It's technically against the law. So what we're doing is having a teleconference meeting to affirm this resolution. And then hopefully in 2 weeks, we will have all the video conferencing set up so that this will be much easier. There are citizens on the phones, I'm assuming, that can hear exactly what we're saying, and they will have an opportunity to speak at the end of our meeting here. No one ever said that y'all need to meet in the parking lot. I figured you would be in your individual offices or at home or in your truck or whatever. Anyway.
Well, the way we read it was the media and the public would get on the phone, but it didn't say Commissioner's Court would get on the phone. So anyway, I'm just, what about our meeting for business? I called DeWitt, we called Victoria and Beeville, and they're all having their regular business meetings.
We are not having our regular business. We are not having our regular business meeting today.
No, we
there's,
can't. No, we can't. I know that. It's not published.
we do not have the technical expertise as of yet to make a video conference and meeting take place. DeWitt has that, Victoria has that. The state has said that the telephonic is all we need. So we're not having a regular business meeting today. We're having this emergency meeting to approve the declaration. That's what we're having today. Okay.
And I do understand that, but about bills, I mean, how are we getting people paid?
We're not required to affirm those bills before they're paid. That law came into effect in January.
So you're saying we might not have a meeting till whenever this is over with?
No, sir. What I said in this conversation that we're having now is we're going to have the video stuff set up by the next regularly scheduled meeting. But no, we're not going to have any get-together meetings until this is over. Some people, no names, are not taking this seriously, but it should be taken seriously because it'll get you. And once you've been gotten, then we have a problem. We have 4 commissioners and a judge, and if we lose, if you lose more than it takes to have a quorum, then you have a whole nother set of issues. So I would really recommend that y'all watch yourself and try to stay away from other people. Because no one's got a flashing light on their head that says, I'm infected. So, I mean, that's just my opinion. You gentlemen are grown men, and you should do whatever you want to do.
But there again, I thought we could meet in the big courtroom where everybody could spread out. It's what I thought was going to happen. So. And I thought that would be fine.
Okay. All right. So what I need is a motion to approve this local disaster declaration, and then we will vote on a voice vote to get it recorded.
I'll make the motion to approve.
I need a second, please.
Yeah, I'll second it. This is David Bruns.
All in favor? By Mickey White, what do you say?
Aye.
Alonzo?
Aye.
David?
Aye.
And Kenneth?
Aye.
Okay. All right. The motion carries and it's approved. I anticipate being able to get back to our regular agendas at the next regularly scheduled meeting. They have dropped a lot of the requirements for the Open Meetings Act in Texas. Everyone's flying by the seat of their pants because none of this has ever occurred before. So, Andy, do we have citizens online that wish to comment?
I can't tell if they wish to comment, but I can unmute all and
Unmute them all and unmute them all.
all right.
This is Judge Bennett. If any of the citizens that are online wish to comment, let's start that process now. There's no way for me to call on you individually, so give us your name and what you have to say.
This is Rob Biamani.
Yes, sir.
If I understand your declaration of disaster, it's good for 7 days?
It's good for 7 days. It's good for 7 days before the Commissioner's Court approves it. And once the Commissioner's Court has approved it, there's no time limit on the backside until Commissioner's Court and the judge come together and dissolve it. The initial time period is 7 days.
All right, so the action you took today was to approve the declaration.
That's correct, sir.
Okay. Now, my second question is, how are we paying these bills? Because my understanding of the law is that payroll can be paid prior to commissioner's court approval, but I'm not so sure everything, you know, and standard bills like your electric and water and all those kind of things.
If it's all, I think the answer to the question is anything that has been budgeted can be paid, sir.
Yes. 361-645.
All right. Well, I'm going to check into that because I'm not sure I don't think the law is that broad because it totally guts the commissioner's court power.
I'm not opposed to having a better organized meeting anytime that the commissioners want to call it, and we can approve the bills at that time.
Okay, I'm going to.
Yeah, because I don't believe the law is that broad, and therefore, if the law is as broad as you say it is, that means an auditor and a county judge could approve any bill at any time, and the commissioners would never know what the hell is going on. So I think you got to have a little better organization as far as paying those bills.
All right, we're talking about bills that are budgeted,
Oh, okay.
electric bills, fuel bills, everything that's budgeted.
Right, but road materials budgeted, and they should be able to pay for and know how much they're paying for road and bridge material. Equipment is budgeted. All those items. What the law says is that the normal occurring bills like your electric, your water, your payroll, those are good. But if I'm going out to buy a piece of computer equipment, or I'm going to get into a lease regarding my copying machine, it may be budgeted, but it still needs court approval.
I think you're correct on that. So we have approved what can move forward as the regularly occurring bills.
Right.
With this, the way we are doing this now is less than perfect, and Andy is working on the video portion of it, a better setup for us. As everyone is well aware, we have very limited resources here, but he's working on it. And hopefully next time we meet, which can be any time that commissioners decide that we want to meet, we can have a meeting that's put together in a better fashion. We're running on the seat of our pants today. Be the first one to admit it. A lot of unknowns. So if you want to look into that, sir, and get back with me, I'd appreciate the input.
All right. I've also looked into the price gouging thing, and that is done by this Texas Attorney General. And I've talked to them this morning, and on their website they have a place where you can report price gouging, and they say they're going to go after him with a vigilance.
I sure hope so. I was disappointed to get the news that I got the other day about one of our convenience stores.
Right.
Very disappointing. Very disappointing. I'm also told, though, that the sheriff's department went over there and took pictures of those prices. So you might want to coordinate them to that if you're gonna be our liaison to the Attorney General's office.
Yeah, I'll be glad to do that. I've already asked him to give that police report to our office so we can forward it on to the Attorney General's office.
Perfect. Yeah, we have to have a zero tolerance for that.
Correct.
Okay. Are there any other citizens that have a comment? Okay. Well, if nothing else, then I need a motion to adjourn. And if any of the commissioners wish to call an emergency meeting, let us know. We'll get it out there with the time constraints, and get moving on it. We need to make sure that Andy has a better setup, I think, before we attempt it, but certainly not opposed to having as many meetings as you wish to have. Need a motion to adjourn, please.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. The meeting is adjourned. Sorry for the confusion. Thank you, gentlemen.